Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Rei-Lin, and I'm back with some more Armored Warfare very quickly after my last couple of videos, because just as I uploaded my Shark Tank video today, I noticed on the website that they have released the Christmas bundle packages. Just this massive amount of tanks for this Christmas special is just a little bit insane, really. It's pretty much every single premium tank that they've released as packages are now basically on the website for purchase. I did put a link in the description of my Shark Tank video, but I will put the link in this description as well, so that if anybody is interested in getting pretty much every tank that I've more or less done a review on for a while now, you can in fact go to the website and purchase almost any tank that you have seen in my videos and don't have yet, including a lot of the rare ones from the collector's editions, like the Typhoon 2 and the RDF light tank. More or less, if you go to the website, and I'm going to try to show you the website right here, and once we come to the website, you can see that there is a massive list of different editions of all these special tanks for the Christmas offers. Let's go ahead and we'll start right at the top and work our way down. And this is obviously the biggest bundle I've ever seen from the amount of gold you're going to spend is pretty insane. It's 70,000 gold. Now, if we want to hit top up and check out how much that might run us, well, you're looking at about $300, and that's going to get you nearly 30,000 gold over what you're going to be paying for the package, which kind of sucks, because if you don't have any gold and you're just coming in here, you're not really going to save a whole lot trying to buy a couple of the 32,500 because you'll still be short. But basically, it is the best deal, unfortunately, because what you're going to be able to do with that extra 30,000 gold is buy a bunch of credits and give yourself some retrofits and consumables and ammunition and things like that for all of these tanks. And when I say all of these tanks, I mean all of these tanks. 31 vehicles, including the Chieftain Mark 6, the T-64 AV Hunter, and the BWP-1M Puma. These were kind of special tanks. You generally had to win them in a contest or an event of some kind to actually get them. Obviously the XM1, the AMX-10 RCR Bastille. You have the Typhoon Claws, which and the RDF Light Tank Claw. They've all just recently added this to a new bundle. And you can just look at the amount of stuff you get with this thing. You pretty much get every frickin' tank I've done a review on. And if you really want to know about these tanks, I do suggest that you check out my channel and check out my review of all of these tanks before you go ahead and dive in head first, or you might end up not liking what you get. But as a deal for 31 freaking vehicles, spending $300 is, I mean, if you're not a collector and you're not really into Armored Warfare, there's no way in hell that I only need these two tanks right here. I need these two tanks. I already have the Chieftain Mark 6, but there's no way in hell I'm paying $300 for a tier 5 main battle tank and a tier 4 AFV. Sorry, not going to do it. I wish you could go down through this list and just click on them individually and purchase them individually, but unfortunately, here we are with the bundle stuff again. So hopefully sometime in the future, these two will make a comeback. But for as it is, 70,000 gold, $300, sure, one-time purchase for that much will pretty much just cover everything I've done reviews on for an entire year, and that'll get you 31 vehicles and have you some gold left over. Now, whether you think that's worth it is generally up to you. Some of these tanks are really good. Some of these tanks aren't so good. I like most of them, but yeah, it's still an expensive purchase. I mean, that's a lot of money for some virtual tanks. Now, here we come on to the collector edition where they've added the Typhoon 2 Claw and the RDF Light Tank Claw. They're obviously just reskins of the Typhoon 2 and the RDF Light Tank. Now, you can't get these any other way, really, so pick your poison. If you like the permanent paint job of the Claw, which is basically the polar bear kind of paint job on it, it actually doesn't look bad at all, then you'd go with these. Otherwise, there's no difference between them on the paint job. Challenger 1 Falcon I did a review on several months ago. It's a lot of fun. I like it. It's not quite as tough as the normal Challenger 1, but this is a Tier 8 main battle tank and not a Tier 7. But it does hold up pretty well under fire. And the M60-2000, of course, is a hull-down machine, does pretty well in that position with a really crappy hull. But I'm not really going to go too much into depth on each individual tank. Almost all of these are already in the game, and they're just reskins of normal tanks. You can check out my review of the normal Terminator and the normal Expeditionary tank. There's absolutely nothing different between them except for the paint jobs, so take that into consideration. I will stop and mention that they've put up the Wolf tanks once again, and if you're going to waste any money on any of these as an individual purchase, get the Challenger 1 Wolf. If you don't have the Challenger 1 Wolf, I think you're crazy. It's an awesome main battle tank at Tier 7. It's almost invincible, let's just put it that way. I actually recently had a game in PvE, of course, but on hard as I could make it, on a really tough map. I think it was Ghost Hunter. And yeah, almost 58,000 damage was mitigated by my armor in this thing. There's not too many other main battle tanks in the game that can really stand up to that kind of punishment from as many sides as I was taking fire from, and live to tell the tale. So Challenger 1 Wolf, I think it's awesome. Of all of the Wolf tanks, this is definitely the one I would be buying. I just put up my new video talking about the Shark tanks and showing off some gameplay. I would buy the T-80 Shark or the Fox before I would buy basically a normal tank destroyer and a Stingray 2, because if we keep moving along here, and I'll get to it in a minute, you also have the ice tanks. And here we are looking at these. Really, I can't recommend anything other than the T-72 because it's Russian, big gun, a lot of penetration, really good turret, it's okay speed. The rest of them just really aren't built for armor and bouncing. If you don't have an Object 430, it's fun to play around with. It's another Tier 3 Russian main battle tank. It's really not that good. The gun handling is garbage. The armor isn't that great, especially even at Tier 3. The M60A3, I love how it looks aesthetically. It's a very pretty tank, and that turret is awesome. But it's still very weak hull. It's not holding up much. The Leopards, of course, have no armor. A little bit speedy. But again, if I'm going to pick any of the ice tanks, it's pretty much just going to be the T-72. Not a big fan of the OF-40 either. So, you know, Russian wins, I guess. And then we get to the Merc tanks. Of these tanks, if I was going to make any purchase individually, it's going to be VFM Mark V Merc. This is why I don't like to mess with the Stingray of the Shark Edition tank, because I think the VFM5 basically outdoes all the Stingrays in every way, shape, and form. It's faster, better hull traverse, better top speed, better gun, better armor all around. It's just a really fun, light tank. And then, of course, my ultimate favorite, if you're only going to be able to purchase 2 tanks or only 1 tank out of this whole deal, get the VFM Mark V or get the Challenger 1. But if you can buy and spread the love around a little bit, the AMX 10P Pack 90, I did a review on this a long time ago, and this tank is still awesome. It's a little bundle of terror. It's tiny. It's got a massive freaking gun on it. It fires quick. It does an ass load of damage. It's tracked, so you don't have to worry about the wield disadvantages, especially of turning in place. Low profile. It doesn't have quite the camo rating of the Zalo, but then again, it doesn't need it. It's going to kill everything it meets at Tier 4 in 2 shots, maybe 3 shots if you get unlucky with the rolls. So of these Merc Edition, I would definitely go with the VFM and the AMX. The other tanks are still good. They're still interesting. If you don't have them, here's your chance to grab them. You're not really going to be able to find a better deal than this. But going back up for just a moment on the all-in-one bundle, again, unless you are a dead serious collector or you're just got money burning holes in your pockets, I wouldn't even bother with this. I would go down through the individuals and buy the tanks that you definitely want. Like I said, if I'm going to get only 1 tank out of all of these, it's going to be the Challenger 1 Wolf. Otherwise, pick your poison. They're all good tanks. I've done reviews on my channel of pretty much every single tank in here, except maybe the Chieftain Mark 6, because well, not a whole lot of people got the Chieftain Mark 6, and it's not that great of a tank. So the rest of the tanks and reviews you can find on my channel. I just wanted to let you all know that this was definitely happening. It just more or less went up today, or maybe yesterday. I didn't see it, and now that it's up, it is an insane amount of vehicles and an insane amount of gold being thrown around here. All-in-one bundle is a good deal. If you don't own more than a couple of these tanks, you might want to think about it. But otherwise, that's an insane amount of money to spend on some virtual tanks, especially with the Balance 2.0 patch coming out. Some of these tanks may never be seen again. They may not be what they are right now. Until then, we may not know. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I definitely just wanted to let you all in on this, let you know that this was out and that all of these tanks are available now, once again, for individual purchases or as a giant bundle of 31 vehicles. Anyway, that's going to do it. If you like the video, please press the like button down below. It does help out my channel. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, you can click down on the bottom of your screen right now. That'll get you all the latest updates every time I upload a new video. Anyway, take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you all next time.